All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another live New York session. It is April 26, 2023. Give me a second here before we get started. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and get going here. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to check the news. Kind of get things put together here. So let's check the news now. So we don't have any major news today. There's some major news tomorrow and Friday. Okay. It's good to know. All right, then. So thinking about taking a shot at NAS100 today. So the very first thing we are going to do is we are going to turn on the cheat code indicator. And we are going to look for a buy or sell signal, or if price is actually sticking outside the Bollinger Band. We actually kind of see that here. So price is pushing up for a buy. So possibility is probably going to retest the HMA. That might be the case. We'll see. So this might be a good buy opportunity, but we'll see where price is really at on the 15-minute. That'll kind of determine what our next move is going to be. So with that being said, we are going to figure out what is the overall trend. We can clearly see that price is trending downward, and we see multiple lows being broken and price pulling back on those lows. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and assume that price is overall bearish at this point. So we'll put that. So now we're going to go to the smaller time frames and figure out the bigger picture. And so when we look at this smaller time frame here, we're going to turn on the cheat code indicator again. And so as we can see, on the smaller time frame, price did retest the HMA and push on up. And now it looks like it's about to hit this Bollinger Band. So price probably will retest this Bollinger Band, maybe buy up to here, and then probably do a sell. That might be a sign of an extreme move in the market. It's a possibility. But we'll see when liquidity starts to really hit at the 930 candle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at what is the current trend. Currently, price broke this structure, so it's actually starting to go bearish. So we'll still say that current price is bearish at this point, just because of that breaker structure. Now, we're going to draw trading ranges. So we're going to look at the most recent swing low, which this is the most recent swing low here. And what originated from the swing low is this swing high. Started all the way up here, pulled back, and then dropped down to here. So we're going to say that our swing high is up to here. We're going to erase this trend line. We're not going to be using it. Then we're going to look at the most recent breaker structure, which you see that here. As price pulled back, hit this structure, and then broke it. It went all the way down to here. So more likely we have a bearish trading range. So we're going to label that in a minute here. So this is going to be our swing low. Breaker structure. It's going to be our swing high. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our Fibonacci, go to the swing high to the swing low here. We can see there's a possibility price might be rejecting this 50% off area already. So we're going to change this from breaker structure to our sell number. That in fact, we'll probably put breaker structure slash just for this time. That's what we're going to put. So then when we erase the fib, that's what we have drawn up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the cheat code indicator. You can see that price is kind of touching the Bollinger Band here. But I want to see price stick out the Bollinger Band first and then reverse. Now, if price happens to retest this area and then wipe out this high, then we might be going bullish. But my bias says that we're overall bearish because of this recent break destruction. So that's what I'm really looking at. So we have about a little bit over 8 minutes before the 9:30 before the 9:15 candle closes. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until that candle closes, and then we're going to start planning on trades. And then when we hit the 9:30 candle, when liquidity starts coming in, we're going to actually stay in liquidity and see what price is doing. Just to even get an idea. So be like that. So guys, I might actually change my bias here. I just noticed something. I'm thinking that price is actually overall bullish. Because really when you look at this swing low, price actually broke this structure here. We have a small high here and pull back here that broke. So I'm going to actually go with that. I just noticed that. So let me take my fib here. And we can see that price did. Price probably going to come back to this area and go there. That's my bias. That's what I'm probably going with. If this the bias. That's what I'm kind of looking at. Yeah, that's more likely for me. The most recent structure that broke. I just went up to this point. So then I'm looking for price to come back down here and there. So I'll be looking for price to really come up to this high. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. So I'm going to go for 5. So if price comes back down to this area, and it goes up, and it release this much, nice. That's what I've been looking for. And then ultimately, so this is going to be TP now. Now, it's going to be TP1. 322, 310. Those points. And ultimately, get a reset in here. This is TP2. That's what I'm going to shoot for. Now, the only thing is that price could buy up out of the forward there and then sell back. So we'll have to see how this is going to play out. So we'll see how this plays out. It gets to the point to where prices starting to stick out of the Bollinger Band and then decides to start to sell down, then we'll just sell because of that. And something tells me that price is overall bullish, so it might stick all the way out to here and then up to here and then come back. But we'll play it out and see what happens. We have about 11 minutes to the 9:30 candle closes. The price is way above the HMA. So, yeah, we'll see. So I'll just supporting, but wait for the 9:30 candle and see what happens. Price just did a huge sell down to this point. Interesting. We'll keep our eye on this price action and see if it starts interacting with this area. That's what we'll do. I'm gonna let it record for a couple of minutes. So just drop it. Or look like it is. Might be struggling to get past this point, maybe. Keeps on pushing price up. That's what it keeps on doing. So when price does this, sometimes it gives me the indication. But basically it lets me know not to do anything, sit on my hands and wait. The price drops it here, but it's struggling to push through it. Hasn't been really pushed through yet. So I'll pause this recording. If I see anything else extra that price is doing, then I'll resume. We will stay it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if price pulls back down to this Bollinger Band and hit this area and then shoot for the moon as well. So once the 9:30 candle is, we're going to strictly watch price action to see what it's doing. We have about a little bit over a minute for that. All right, so we have about less than 20 seconds for the real games begin. So we're going to be watching price action and then looking for the best entry. 3, 2, 1. That's this price action very, very closely. Maybe buying, we'll see. Starting buying that. and around that area. Let me see if I can zoom in real quick before price makes a move. There we go. This price action. Was gathering some liquidity somewhere, and I'm thinking it's in this area down here. Might be selling. Yeah, sold. But, well, it looks like it's selling. Let's see. Probably gathering some gas here. If I miss the trade, I'm not worried about it. I want to get caught to the liquidity grab. It is selling. Okay. So it might come down to the Bollinger Band and then we swing it up. So let's see it look here. They're trying to knock out these mid-set trades. How much you want to bet? It's getting all this liquidity down here, and then it's going to shoot on up. How much you want to bet on that? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. But we'll see. I'll pause this recording, and then if price decides to move the other way and I'm getting to the trade, then I'll use it. But we'll see. Be right back. The note here, I see a big wick here. Price is struggling to push through this area. So I'm not making a move at all. I'm gonna wait. It might stick out of this Bollinger Band and then reverse back up. That's another note. Let's see what's popping. Yeah, it looks like it's still struggling around this area. Probably getting liquidity so it can get some gas. That might be the case. It's constantly pushing price up. So it's constantly pushing price up. Yep, see, more than likely, this was a liquidity grab here. More than likely, big wick here, pushing price all the way back up. This might be a false move. We'll see. So if it sticks out this Bollinger Band, we might be looking at extreme the market and the reversing up. That's what I'm looking for. So this might be a counter trend sell, which was a nice counter trend sell. But price might be ready to go to the moon. That's when my bias is at this point. Looking out the Bollinger Band now. So it really did sell. Now waiting for the reverse signal. But if you miss our trade, it's better than losing money. And I'm waiting to see if it does that reverse. It really did sell. But see it wait for me here. Sticking out. Let's wait for the next candle, which is less than 2 minutes. We'll see what we get. All right, so we got about 20 seconds before the next candle closes. Let's see if it reverses. It did stick out the Bollinger Band. So let's see what we get. We're going to watch this price action very, very closely. 3, 2, 1. Maybe a push up. But the HMA is starting to turn red. So probably took this buy up, but I might have made a mistake doing that. But step out and Bollinger Band. We'll see. If I get into profit, I'll let you know. Like that. So we might be buying up, folks. So we'll see if I hit my profit target. We'll see. All right, so price did buy up. I did jump out of the trade the first time a little too early. But I was able to recover that money and then make some money up top. It was only $12. But that's better than nothing. So price did go up. Let's see, it went up by 462 points. So that's good. So I'll go ahead and take the $12 profit. Is better than nothing. Just gotta improve on my discipline. So let me go ahead and document these results, and then I'll share it in a second here. And so I documented my results, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can show you what I made. So this is my live account with NDFX. And then when I got into the buy, I jumped out too quickly because I thought my price was going to pull back too hard. So it was $18, which is nothing. Made it back and then some, so $12 profit in there. So I mean, not much, but it's better than nothing. So I'll take that. We can see that price did buy up a lot more. Look at that. So we were correct that price was overall bullish. It stepped out of this Bollinger Band, so it was an extreme in the market. It's still pushing up. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes up to here and then comes back down. So I will do a back testing session later on to see where exactly the price they are at. But I give ourselves an A+ for effort for really watching price action very closely, so that way we didn't get caught in the liquidity grab, and that's what enabled us to get into this trade here. So yeah, we did good. We did good on that. So that's it for this live session, guys, and I'll see you in the next one later on. Bye.